Okay guys, quick disclaimer, this video was taken in competition prep. I put quite a lot of information into it, so still wanted to include it, but I'm very obviously depleted, quite run down in this, so there's not much energy going, but just listen to all the information, it's pretty helpful.
Back with another video, and this orange complexion kind of fits in with the theme of this video. So, men's physique.
Okay, I promise this is the last time I'm going to interrupt this, but this is a prime example of what competition prep will do to your head.
I know this is gonna come up, I know this is gonna come across as kind of like slightly, you think you're all about men's physique now, just because you've been doing a couple of competitions, but this is just basically me talking about my experience and saying what you can kind of expect for your upcoming competition. And this does, like, some of these things will carry over across into other competitors' categories, but this is mainly focusing on men's physique, as this is what I have had experience in. So the first couple of things you're going to have to think about is your prep. So when it comes to your competition prep, you want to give yourself plenty of time. Do not be going into this anything under 10 weeks, because you are either going to come in not looking your best, so you're going to be one of the fatter people on stage, or you're going to have a horrible time and it's just going to be such a rush to try and get your diet through. It's just not going to feel right. It's not going to be healthy. The competition prep itself is not a healthy thing, but it's just going to be made 10 times harder. So give yourself plenty of time. I'm talking like 15, even 20 weeks if you're on that higher end of the body fat percentage to what you're starting off with. So set yourself that time frame. Secondly, if you are not in shape and you are not in the current condition that you want to be on stage, choose a different show. It's that simple. You do not need to go into a show with the wrong look or with a look which you're not happy with, and do not rely on a peak week to try and get you into that last stage of body fat, because it does not work. So your prep time frame is very important. During that prep, you have to take into account that you're probably not going to be able to do certain things, so do not pick a prep time which is going to be over Christmas, over lots of family events or events which you want to include in that time. It is possible to do, but it's more difficult, and it might feel like you're having to isolate yourself a bit, but trust me, in the long run, when you're stepping on stage and you're holding that trophy, it's worth it. Trust me, it's so worth it. So then, that's your prep. So you've set out your 15, 14 week prep, and you know what your time frame is. That's your base guideline, so we've got that in place. What to expect during that time: you're gonna feel shit sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna feel low. That's normal, but if those low times are taking over the majority of the time, you're probably not doing your prep correctly. Your prep should feel tiring some days, but other days feel good. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. When you're coming into those last couple of weeks, coming up to that like 2 week out range, it's going to feel a little bit crap, so brace yourself for that. And then in terms of prep for the competition, we're talking, I'm not going to go into peak week in this episode, I'm going to go into that in another episode. In terms of preparing your body for the actual show day, things you're going to need to think of is your tan. Are you going to get your tan done privately or go for a show? My honest opinion, I would say the show sponsors a particular, or chooses a particular tanning company. Go with that company. It's so much easier, so much less hassle, and it's done in the venue most of the time, so you don't need to worry about running from one place to the other place. A lot of tanning companies will tan you with one coat the night before, and then one coat just before stage or the morning of the show, and then they'll dose you up with a glaze as well, so you don't need to worry about individual things. They can kind of just take it all at once. And then prepping your skin for your tan is going to be a case of getting to grips with a razor, yes, a female razor works the best, and there's a reason why it's more expensive than a male razor. Not just because of the whole tax thing, but it works a hell of a lot better. I've used male shavers and female shavers. The female shaver comes out on top every time. You can get ones with a like lather around the built into the blade. Those work the best. Go for those. So you're gonna have to shave, you're gonna have to exfoliate, and on the day of the tan, do not have any moisturizer on your skin. So you can have like a shower before you go or something, but don't have any moisturizer on your skin. Use a pH-free shower gel. Also, wear baggy clothes there, wear baggy clothes to bed, wear the same clothes if you can. Like, changing clothes and stuff is just gonna take more tan off, so just leave those clothes on. Also, your bed's probably gonna get a little bit stained, so put old sheets down, and your bed will probably smell for a couple of days of fake tan, which isn't the most pleasant thing, but you know. Also, don't wear anything red. Red coloring in clothing tends to make your tan go green, which you don't want, so don't do that. And don't wear deodorant or perfume, anything like that. Okay, so that's tan. This whole competition scene is very expensive. You've got your entry fees, you've got your tanning, you've got your food during prep, your gym membership, your supplements. It all adds up. So don't go into this if you're broke and you're just looking to get a sponsor, because it doesn't work like that. It's a really good experience. It's really, really fun. It's something which you can look back on, and the sense of achievement is phenomenal. It's expensive, okay? So don't go into it if you're broke. Everything from like traveling around to the shows, booking hotels, all of it, it really does, it adds up. You can spend a small fortune very easily. In terms of what you can expect from your first or from any men's physique competition, an amazing experience, truly. If you do it properly, you can prep properly with enough time, which it won't be too unenjoyable. If you get a prep coach, I do coaching, but if you get a prep coach, it'll be a lot easier. Do expect, if you prep yourself, to play with your own mind. I mean, you'll do it anyway, but you'll be playing with your own mind. When you're playing with your own mind and you're looking in the mirror thinking, oh no, I'm not dropped enough, or you look at the scales and your numbers come up and you're thinking, I need to do something else, you will be literally playing yourself. This is like the hardest part of a prep, is mental. If you don't have a prep coach, stick to your plan. Whatever your plan is, stick to it and don't change it, because I can guarantee you that if you changed it, it's probably just because you're playing mind games with yourself. So don't do it, okay? Stick to your original plans. Promise you. Yeah, so those are the whole sense of achievement stuff is a good side of prep, but the other side of prep is the over analyzing yourself, constantly worrying if you're doing something wrong, or the mood swings, the not sleeping so good, the bad training days, the low morale, all of that also comes with prep as well. And the mood swings, they ain't no joke. Some days you can come back from the gym and you're so depleted, you just don't anybody talk to me, because I will stab you in the eye. It's not good. And then, okay, so the post-show, what to expect post-show. If you haven't got any other plans to do any more competitions or photo shoots or anything, you will probably want to overindulge in food. If you've dieted really strictly with food, you will want to overindulge in certain foods, like donuts and all cereals and all that stuff. I myself follow flexible dieting approach to my food, so I have no cravings. I go to bed satisfied every evening. I'm never dreaming about food or anything like that, so that side of things, flexible dieting for me is probably one of the most enjoyable and effective preps, especially if you're going to be prepping for a long time. And I've got lots of shows and lots of photo shoots planned, so yeah, it's a good job that I'm taking that approach. So that post show, I'm gonna tell you, like, you're probably just gonna be so okay. On the day of the show, you probably really won't even be hungry after the show. But the week after the show, you're probably gonna look at everything and just think, I need that in me right now. You won't be satiated at all. You'll just keep eating and eating and eating. So to combat that, I would say either set another goal, like set another goal for a photo shoot a couple of weeks afterwards, so you have that accountability, or other shows, to kind of avoid idolizing food. Make sure you get enough fiber during that week, from fibrous foods like vegetables and things, to fill you up a bit more. Make sure you're drinking plenty. That'll also fill you up more. You know, have that day or two where you can just say, okay, I'm just going to enjoy whatever I want, but just make sure you don't turn that into a eating disorder or a bad eating habit where you're constantly just binging day to day, because that can also happen. I haven't had personal experience with that, but I've seen it happen. And like post show last year, I probably spent 4 days just eating whatever. You know, it's not the nicest thing for your body to go through. So post show, you'll probably be quite sensitive to things like gluten, dairy, and foods and sugar as well. So you'll probably have like a sugar high and then a sugar crash very quickly. You'll bloat up very quickly, and you'll probably have the shits for a couple of days as well. In terms of thinking of things like that, just try and slowly increase things, and don't like go jumping straight into, okay, well, now it's post show, the healthiest thing for me to do is pile on a load of fat, because that's not the healthiest thing to do either. You want to slowly build things back up, let your metabolism build its way back up. You're going to be having pretty much the metabolism of a slug post show, so those are what to expect post show. Okay, I think that's probably a long enough video, G15. I'm gonna have to edit this down a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. This is going to be hopefully a regular occurrence if I have the time to be able to edit, have my local clients, my online clients, and compete and photo shoots and all the rest of the stuff that's going on in my life. So thank you very much. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, post on there all the bloody time, 7030 Fitness, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.